Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys. You already know the score. I'm out with a gruesome twosome. The two furry chocolate terriers, the two little mandingos. Look at them, like wild feral beasts. Drinking, saying that it's rainwater, so it's probably better that they be drinking that than all the bloody shite that they put in tap water. But anyway, enough of that. We're not mourning today because today's Friday. How's everyone doing anyway? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a couple new subscribers. Welcome to the new subscribers. And I'm walking on wet grass here, so just let it be known that my feet are getting wet for your guys' sake. Just so you've got bit of a nice backdrop. But yeah, I got up this morning and sun were out, weren't it? And I would have made sure I got my light cords in. To anyone out there that is struggling with their health or wants a little bit of advice on naturally healing yourself, check out some of my previous videos where I talk about sun gazing. Also fasting as well, guys. That is very beneficial for you, because did you know, right, when you fast, oh god, it's Bogdan Milosevic down here. Right, we're gonna have to go over onto this bit. My feet are wet now anyway, but yeah, think about it like this, right? When you fast, your body literally when you're eating, your body has to use 70% of its energy reserves to break down that body. So you've got to look at it like this, guys. Yeah, we got taught to eat 3 times a day. We got taught that our food is energy, and that is correct, but only if you're eating the correct foods. But basically, look at it like this: when you're eating food and you're breaking that, like, your body has to use 70% of that energy to break down that food. So hence why when you eat, you're always tired. And I always look to, like, say, a lion, a female lion who's hunting. Do you think that they're going out on a full stomach eating? No, they're not. They're probably fasted for 3 days, 5 days, maybe even weeks. But what happens is we're no different, guys, because we are mammals. Our bodies work exactly the same, because Jesus stated it as well in the Bible, that he who fasts will gain ascension and enlightenment. So you become a better, greater version of yourself through the discipline. And it's like anything, guys: exercise, diet, like meditating, all these things are all linked in order for us to be better, greater versions of ourselves. But yeah, we're out and about. I'm just right out middle of my main park here today. I'm just a random guy in the middle of the field, waffling on, talking to you guys. But yeah, we've had this morning, right, it was absolutely clear, so I was able to just get some of them good light cords, because they don't tell you this, guys, right? Sun gazing, they taught us that you go blind looking directly at the sun, and that is lies, right? Because I'm a type 1 diabetic. And anyone out there, is there anyone else out there who's a diabetic? Because put down in the comments, or do you know anyone who's a diabetic? Put down in the comments, because I've had it since I was about 6, just before I turned 16. I've had it, and I'm 41 now. I know I don't look it. I know I've got the, that's because I've got a. That's because I've got a thingy soul, good soul, and if you've got a good soul within your body, you do not age. But anyway, I'm blowing my own trumpet a bit there, aren't I? But yeah, just the benefits of sun gazing, but not even so much just getting out in nature, because everything here is to help enable us become better and just better, greater versions of ourselves. But yeah, I've not been able to get Paddy and Willow out today because they've been I had to nip to take. I had a few errands that I had to run before, so. But yeah, so we're just We're just having a bit of a chill one today, guys. I thought I'd get on, do a quick video, see how everyone's doing. You know, I know there's a lot of craziness going on in the world, guys. But listen, they don't want you to know how powerful you are. They don't want you to know that you've already got everything within inside you to be the best. They want you following a system. They want you down. They want you depressed. They want you in a slave system. You know, they don't want you creating. They want you following a certain set narrative. It's like when you go to school, yeah. They tell you what to think. They don't tell you how to think. Because Rockefeller, when he bought the administration board, when he basically bought the rights to what people got taught within the education system, he said, I want workers, not thinkers. So what does that tell you? You, in times like this, guys, you've got to be a critical thinker, and you've got to be able to think on your own 2 feet. You know, you've got to use your intuition. Like I stated before, how do we sharpen our intuition? We already know that. We do that through semen retention, through fasting. And that goes the same for women as well. I'm not just directing this at guys. Women as well, you know, abstaining from sex, because it's all the same. Because meditation, semen retention, clean diet, you know, positive affirmations in the morning, saying what you are, knowing what you are. And then eventually over time, guys, your reality will start to change and then shift. But we can't get too tied up in the media, looking at what's going on, look this way, look that way, who's left, who's right. It's all a big distraction, guys. It doesn't matter what side of the government you vote for, you're going to get the same outcome. It's just an illusion to make you think you had a choice when you never had a choice in the first place. But listen, I'm not going too much into that, 'cause it's all negative Nancy talk, innit? We're just going to get down here now and have a bit of a wander. Hey Willow, how you doing? Hello. Willow's out sniffing for poos and all sorts of stuff. She's happy though, that's the main thing. I just leave him to it. And Paddy were a little bit upset last night, guys, for the last 2 days, because we've had a thing in the UK called Bonfire Night. Obviously I know a lot of you will already know that, but to you who don't reside in the UK or obviously America, we have a thing called Bonfire Night, which I think is from Guy Fawkes, who blew up Parliament. You know, there's quite a long thingy story to it, but hence, and I don't really, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan of Bonfire Night, because my children, they're all sensory. Like obviously my oldest son Connor, he's got autism and learning difficulties, and he's very sensory, so he doesn't like loud bangs. So I've never took my kids to any of these bonfire. How much battery have I got? I thought we were running out on battery then. I've never took my kids to any of these bonfire nights because they don't like it. But not only that, I see it as a waste of money as well. But not only that, Paddy, he's not a fan of the fireworks. Willow's not bothered, right, because she's a... What are you eating there? Oh, come on, darling, no. That's a rotten apple, that. You don't want that. There we go, get rid of it. But because she's a gun dog, obviously, you know, a working dog, then that's always a good, and I've mentioned this before, that's always a good sign that you have a good gun dog, because obviously they're not scared of bangs, loud noises and stuff like that, because they're trained to be by the gunman's side when they're working, you know, when they're out shooting the pheasant, birds or whatever that may be. But Paddy, he's not a fan of it, are you, mate, eh? He's not a fan of the fireworks. He was panting. I took him out, I let him have his wee and his poo last night, but he didn't want to come on a walk. So I put him in his crate and I cover him over, and it calms him down a lot, that then, because I went back to him and I was listening and he was starting to snore, so he's alright, you know what I mean. He makes that he's all big, tough and hard in front of these other dogs, but he's a big softy really. But yeah, we're just going through these, and we're just saying, like, you know, the start with the seasons and stuff like that. Like, do you remember when I was walking through here in like May, June, and we had all that Himalayan balsam that was growing over, which is an actual plant that you can eat. All that's grown and died away now. All the nettles as well. There's still a few nettles. Like this is a nettle here, which also, if you sting yourself, which yeah, that's hurting. If you sting yourself, it's very good for yeah, it's very good for inflammation and hay fever symptoms. So anyone who suffers with hay fever, get yourself, sting yourself with stinging nettles, and it enables you, it basically takes away, because I used to suffer a lot with my nose and getting it obviously always being blocked up and stuff like that. But now, obviously, now that I've just come out, sting myself, but you'll only be able to do this up until, I'd say, because nettles usually are dying off now, depends on the weather, but once we get into proper winter, they never fully die off, but it's just the root stays there and they grow underground, and then they regrow back in the springtime. So your spring and summer times are the best time to get them, and I do believe you can freeze them as well, so you can put them into your finger, and they're very good for like prostate, you know, if you've got prostate problems or any inflammation. And the seeds on the nettles as well, they also rebuild your kidneys. So yeah, just a little bit of a foraging advice for you there, guys. But I'll just have a little bit of a wander down here. I've not brought my GoPro out today because obviously I was out before. I was in a bit of a rush. So obviously I only had 36% battery, and GoPros, you know what they're like, they always run out, don't they? But yeah, I hope everyone's doing absolutely fantastic. And like I always say, irrelevant of what's going on in the media or what's been getting said, focus on yourself, focus on being the best, greatest version of yourself. You know, I'm wearing my copper bracelet as well. I've not took that off since I bought it, that copper bracelet, because what that does, it draws energy from the ether, which is one of our 5 senses, believe it or not, guys. We have earth, wind, fire, water. This is water now. And then we have the ether, and that's where we get, because I don't know if you just check it out on go on to X or Google electroculture, and basically what you can do, anyone who grows plants, get some bamboo sticks, and you only need to have them like, say, maybe 10-inch long or something. Get some copper wire, wrap it round the bamboo shoot, and then have it so it's kind of like sprigging off like an antenna, like you're building an antenna basically, but with copper wire, wrapping it around the bamboo shoot. And what that does, it draws energy from the ether, which causes the plant to grow faster and get more nutrients, because it's energy. That's all we are, guys. Everything is just energy and frequency and light, because we are light star seeds. That's where we come from. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it at that now, guys, because my battery is not it's not, I think I only had about 30%. But thank you so much to everyone who has liked, commented and subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to check out my other socials, and also I've got a link to buy me a coffee. If you want to buy me a coffee, I'd really appreciate that. If not, that's absolutely fine, you know, but I do really appreciate everyone who does, you know, because it goes towards the channel, and it helps me continue doing these videos and stuff like that. But yeah, like, comment and subscribe. Always comment as well, because I love listening to your I love hearing back from you guys, and just I reply to every single one. But yeah, for me, Paddy and Willow, chilling by the old brook. I hope you have a fantastic day, and Paddy's going somewhere down there. What are you doing down there, you? I hope you have a fantastic day. Love you loads. Peace.